All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. This video, we are looking at the NBA Prizepicks props. We have a decent slate tonight. Let's get a kickoff this weekend with a bang. I do have 6 props. You know, it would be awesome if they could all 6 hit, but definitely you can mix and match or split them up if you want to. Let's go ahead and get into it. As always, if you enjoy the videos, appreciate it if the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to run these same props on Underdog Fantasy, you can use my code PROCESS, and they'll match your first deposit up to $200, and you would only need 5 picks there for 20x. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first prop that we are looking at is a points prop, a guy that's been killing it. That's, in my opinion, should be the MVP. That's Joel Embiid. He's at 32.5 points. He gets a great matchup against a Blazers team that is just super decimated down low. You're going to have him matched up against Drew Eubanks, who is probably not going to get much sleep last night thinking about Embiid just doing whatever he wants against him. And they just don't really have much size. They have like Watford and guys like that off the bench, but nobody even close to being able to slow down Embiid. And with how good he's been scoring lately, with how good the Sixers have been playing overall, and Sixers are back at home, I believe it. This one is in Philly after being on a road trip, which they went 4-1 on a 5-game road trip. I feel like Sixers and Embiid, they'll get the job done. Blazers, it's all going to be dependent on how Damian Lillard does. We'll get to him shortly. But wouldn't be surprised if Embiid is still playing in the fourth quarter. Just don't see how Eubanks and these guys will be able to keep Embiid under like 35 points with how he's going and, with him wanting to get that MVP. So, even though he says it doesn't really matter to him, it definitely bothers him. We saw last year when he didn't get the MVP, how he just kind of quit in that game once it was announced that Jokic won. But we'll see this year. I think he has a chance if he continues playing like he is. So that's the first prop that I'm looking at. There are some big mans that I like today. Another prop that I like over PRA is Jokic. We're getting Jokic pretty low. He's at 45.5. He's lower than he's the same exact prop as Davis, which I love as well. But usually Jokic would be a lot more than these guys, and he's just not. I think he might be lower than Embiid. Yeah, he's a couple lower than Embiid too. He's getting the job done. He's still, giving you scoring, rebounding, and assisting at a good clip. The points have been a little bit lower recently, just because the Nuggets, they have a lot of offensive pieces. But against the Spurs, this game could get over early, but it's also a spot where the Spurs are just very poor defensively. The Nuggets they have a chance to put up like 130 on them. If that's the case, you'll see Jokic have like probably 18 dimes, a bunch of rebounds, and they also don't have much down low. They gave Pirtle over to Toronto, so you have Zach Collins, who's battled injury and just still doesn't have the mass to keep up with Jokic. So I'm taking Jokic over PRA. I think he'll bounce back today. I like that number. Another Nugget that's been playing well that I think you could go to is Michael Porter Jr. His points and rebounds is at 21.5. If you look at his points, rebounds, and assists, it's at 22.5. So basically, you're hoping that he can give you at least 1 assist, if not 2 assists. And, the assist part of this is easily covered for. So I think he can get at least 1 assist in a matchup against the Spurs. He's been scoring better. He can get this done with the points alone. He's done that a couple times. Recently scoring over 25. And it's basically Porter, Murray, Jokic as your main offensive pieces. And then Gordon, you can have good games every once in a while. And then KCP is kind of just a 3-and-D guy. It's pretty low, I'd say, in a game that they should put up a ton of points. So that's why going with 2 Nuggets, Jokic, and Michael Porter Jr. Another big man that I like is Clint Capella. He got it done with the points last game. He was battling some foul trouble, but he's been good with the points. Matchup is awesome against the Wizards. He continues to at least hit his over points against them. He only had 3 rebounds, which I'm not sure I ever expected or ever saw that coming. But his rebounds is only at 10, which he's averaging well over a double-double this year. And going up against Gafford, it should have success rebounding. So I don't mind the rebounds, don't mind the points. Might as well take them both together and take the PRA if you want to. It's at 21.5. You're going to need like a 12-10 game or a 10-12 game, and you'll be happy with it. If he's not in foul trouble, he should flirt with high 20s in minutes, most likely. And with how easy it is for him to just get easy buckets with Trae Young throwing lobs or Murray throwing lobs, he's shooting at a really high percentage just because all of his shots are coming right at the rim, and he doesn't like to move away from the basket, so he's always going to be pulling down rebounds, giving you offensive rebounding opportunities. That's why I like Clint Capella. Going on to the other side of the Sixers game is Damian Lillard is under 45 PRA, which I like. Sixers have been playing well. It could get a spot for a blowout, but Lillard can also put the team on his back and just put up 60, 70 points on his own. 50, 60 points on his own. 70 is still possible. He's done well against the Sixers. 4 out of his last 6 games, he scored at least 30 points against them. He's had a bunch of assists in those games, and he had one 51-point game in that span as well. And now this year, right now, those games, he had CJ McCollum. He had probably Nurkic in most of them. It's basically just him right now trying to keep them alive in the playoff race in the West. It's actually super close. You got a bunch of teams vying for that 9-10 seed. So the Blazers, they're in it. They're going to play their starters full minutes. They're going to try to get every single win that they can. So Lillard, he even had a triple-double easily against Detroit. He racked up the assists, racked up the rebounds. He's definitely motivated. You keep hearing him say he wants his team to win a championship one day. He wants to get it done. He wants people to stop talking about how he should have left. So making the playoffs is the first start in that. Lillard's going to do whatever he can to keep his team alive. So I like him to get me at least 45 PRA. And then last piece is Anthony Davis. And that's because Davis has been such a staple. We've been on him since the beginning when they were missing pieces, and he continues to give you the over here. He said every single game that we've used him, the over in the Minnesota game was 43.5, and then they bumped it up the last couple of games. But it's been worth it. He's been super aggressive on both sides. He's had huge rebounding games recently. He's had some huge scoring games recently. He's doing it all. Even though there's a chance that Russell's back today, I'm not sure. I don't think it'll matter too much with Davis how much he's just been dominating, and they're still going to give him the ball. The matchup against Toronto that's in Los Angeles, Lakers playing in front of their home crowd. I think Anthony Davis will continue dominating. The only people that Toronto has is basically Jakob Poeltl, who can be good defensively, but I think Davis will be able to have his way, or at least Poeltl will struggle a little bit keeping up with Davis if he continues to play as aggressive as he has recently. And that is the 6 picks that I like today. Hopefully, like I said, 6 for 6 is the dream, but definitely you can mix and match if you want to. But Embiid over 32.5 points, Jokic over 45.5 PRA, Michael Porter Jr. over 22.5 PRA, Clint Capella over 21.5 points and rebounds, and then Lillard and Davis both over their PRAs 44.5 and 45.5 respectively. Thanks for watching. Best of luck this weekend. Stay tuned for more videos tomorrow, and I will catch you all next time.